Right guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we have Josh in overalls again. It's overall season. Look at this, look at this. Let's just pause for a moment and appreciate what's not to like about this. As you can see, the ground is very wet today because
trainers on.
oh, what are you doing? I suppose they're car trainers. I like that. I should definitely get something because I just end up ruining every nice pair of trainers I've ever bought. So today it is chaser day. Although it is slightly rainy and not rainy and sunny but not sunny, we're going to do a couple of bits. What's the start? What are we going to start with though? Because I think we need to firstly go completely around the car and talk about
archaeology.
Yeah, archaeology. Go around the car and just show you guys what has actually been bought here, if there's anything inside, Japanesey that's exciting.
Anything that won't pass an MOT.
Anything that won't pass an MOT, because we want to sort of show you guys and show myself, because one day I would absolutely love to import something. How, when it comes into the country, a car, how you get it to the MOT stage.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because obviously in Japan it's completely different, and then registering it, because obviously you have to have an MOT to register a car, don't you? You do. We're going to start by going through the car, showing you the little bits and bobs, why this one was picked as well.
Yeah, clean some stuff.
Clean some bits and bobs, and
oh, we only got front lip and rear lip.
got a front lip and rear lip to put on because they've been pulled off by someone to sell in Japan, I think.
Yeah.
At some point. And see if there's any good Japanese archaeological finds inside.
Got there eventually.
Got there eventually. The reason why this one exists in your life is because you wanted a daily driver, so you didn't want something that was ridiculous power, and you wanted just a clean one.
Yeah. Well, there were three things I wanted.
Three things. This grill.
I imagine grills are hard to find.
Yeah.
Ambers.
Ambers.
Ambers are hard to find.
Yep.
And no sunroof.
No sunroof. Look at this. So those were the deciding factors, because obviously you can really pick these up quite easily.
There's loads of them out there.
There's loads of them.
TRD grill.
Yeah, this one was picked because it's clean. It had a few mods anyway. It's got coilovers. It's got intercooler, wheels, exhaust. So it's got the basic things that you would want in your new daily driver.
Exactly.
And the comfort level. And it is manual, it is turbo, it's not an, yeah, it's a factory manual as well, it hasn't been converted. So it's probably been used to take people's kids to school and stuff. That's the way I see this. Or it's been used to completely be obliterated. Or drift king, yeah. But they've done a good job, because there is literally no dents. We were sat there yesterday going through it, and there is literally no dents along this car.
The only bad bits,
which is, yeah, there's, I think in a car of this age, you're expecting some sort of defects in the paint. So there's a little bit on the roof, and I think a little bit on the bonnet and the mirror, something like that. But it's, again, something you were going to do anyway. You were going to end up tying bits up.
The same bit sprayed.
Yeah, so it's all going to get done at one point, but it's to be expected, especially when you import a car, it not to be seen. You know, you don't see those bits on the pictures.
And
for the price, you cannot buy this in the UK for what you paid for it. So it was worth you waiting the 3 months, because a lot of people would be asking, why didn't you just buy one over here and not wait 3 months and all this sort of stuff? But you could sort of hand pick it for a start, because there are so many out there. So hand picking a car is quite nice. The excitement of importing something, because that's actually genuinely the most exciting part. Like, I think that's the best thing.
Turkey.
Yeah, there was a point where we thought it had gone to Turkey, and that was a bad time. Obviously, the little bits and bobs, you could make sure that you were buying the right one that was like not in the country. It sounds weird, but if you were importing something, you would know you wanted the yellow ones, and you wanted that grille, and you wanted a non-sunroof, and you wanted it to not be so modified that it's so modified, if that makes sense. Go to the engine bay, that's the first bit. So we're going to have a quick run through of the car, just to show you guys, because a lot of people probably don't even know what this car is. So it's a Toyota Chaser. What year is it? 2001. So, it's actually quite new, really.
Second newest car ever.
Second newest car ever. Underneath you have the VVTi 1JZ.
2.5 litre. Big single turbo.
Big single turbo, so no twins. No twins in this.
We don't like twins.
We don't like twins, no. After the Aristo, I can understand why. So single turbo VVTi engine. What sort of power are they? Let's put you on the spot. What sort of power are they? I want to say twos somewhere.
I think 280 or something.
280 we're going to say, but
get 300 or like 350.
Quite easily. Yeah, so you can turn the boost up on these, like the 2Js. You can.
That goes because they're ceramic.
They start going
We'll turn up a little bit.
Yeah, we'll get some choo-choo noises and some exhaust and stuff. Yeah, the first thing that you were saying when we picked this up and you started it was blow is there, and he hates a blowout valve. You want the chatter, the turbo chatter. Other things to point out under the bay is the silicone hoses. And
intercooler kit.
intercooler kit came round, so it's got a front mount on it, air filter this side, and all that. New battery, because that's obviously from the last video you guys saw, that was the problem. It was the battery, and it's going to happen because it's been sat on a boat for 3 months. So I think any car would struggle over 3 months, especially something a little bit older, maybe a little bit older. So new battery's already in, so it already starts and nicely and everything. Inside, I'm going to come around the other side. We're going to have a little sit in here and show people the inside. Because inside, oh, it's nice in here. We have carbon fibre.
Fake carbon
fibre. Look at this head unit as well. It's got like Japanesey stuff all over it. Oh, look at that.
Oh, shall I go
That's so
CD?
Fast and Furious right now. The CD!
Yeah.
Oh, now, it might not be copyright, I'm not sure, but the CD that came in this was, we're going to say J-pop.
Yeah,
I think that's
amazing.
what it was.
10 tracks of epicness.
10 tracks of J-pop from the old Japanesey land. Inside we have these seats, which you can't quite tell. They're they're sort of cloth, but like
Velour.
not velour interior. Velour. Very comfortable. Very big. It's big, but not as big as the Aristo.
No, it feels like
I think that's what we were saying. A few other things to point out. You have the fake carbon fibre here.
We got a flare.
Oh, we got a flare down here. Down here, you've got a flare. Look at that. Legit flare, because in Japan you can have flares. This is a nice little stack here. So, what have we got here?
I imagine this is a turbo timer, but nothing's working.
But nothing's working because the front comes off.
And this is the adjustment for the coilovers front and rear, so you can do your clicks.
So when you're drifting, you can like, yep, and no.
Yeah, so you go the front mega soft and the rear nice and
And,
hard.
and then the bottom bit is for what I can only assume is the toll cards for you going through tolls in Japan, because there's a lot of tolls in Japan. Very expensive. Other things to point out in the interior is the back seats are really comfortable. Like no one has actually sat in these.
Well, the reason I went for this one as well, because the outside was, I think it was grade 3.5, and then the inside was a grade 4.
So they go on grades in Japan. The better the number, the better the car, if that makes sense. So a 4 inside means it's pretty mint. So that means that Josh could go ahead with getting a nice interior for his nice daily.
Exactly. Shall we be changing this?
Yeah, another thing, changing the steering wheel. And you actually want to change the seat as well, don't you?
I'm sitting too high.
Because Josh,
I'm a long person.
tall guy, he wants to put bucket seat in it. So that's that. But again, we will do a full review on this car when it does come to it, because I think you guys really want to see one of these on the channel. I know I want to see one of these on the channel. I looked to buy one and it never happened. Are you going to do a burnout? That's the question. We're going to do it, but at some point we will do a burnout in this thing just to satisfy people's want to do burnouts in new cars. After the mini tour of the car, we're going to jack the car up because that's what Josh likes doing. Look at this. We've got to put it on axle stands literally straight away, because that's sort of how it works. You have to. That's how he flexes. That's how I flex. So we're giving the stupid jack that's only got like this much of pump in it. We have the front up. Josh has taken the side skirt off, which actually had 2 screws in it, and then these little brackets keeping it on. So, side skirt is off. We wanted to take that off basically to make sure there's no horrible rustiness behind there. It's actually very clean. I mean, look at this. Clean. Which is good. We're going to put some axle stands underneath, because kids, that's what you should be doing when you're putting stuff on cars and doing stuff. We want to adjust the coilovers, that's why we're taking the wheels off. Good idea.
Imagine they're quite hard.
They're quite hard. With taking the wheel off, now Josh is cleaning the underneath just to see if there's any oil and stuff, and to make it look nice. Very quick jet wash. We have braided brake lines, race car, and Goretti coilovers in there, which actually look pretty new as well. You do want to clean under here as well, because you want to unseize, if they are seized, the coilovers. And
yeah, we're going to be adjusting
slam it at some point. Stance Nation, hashtag. Getting right in there with the power washer. It's actually incredibly clean, isn't it?
Lovely.
It's lovely. Inside here, it's all actually pretty damn clean. I sort of get that. You've given it a good blowing. The first time.
Douse it in quick detail.
Just douse it in quick detail. Another thing to point out is a lot of people may be asking, why are you not doing anything, Jamie?
You're not allowed.
Exactly. There we go. So If you've left a comment already saying, "Oh, Jamie, why are you not doing anything?"
Go and delete it.
That's what. Yeah, go and delete it. There we go.
You see in it. This one off there. Good stuff. And this one. Yeah.
Oh,
That's a wobbly centre cap right there.
how we doing?
How are we doing under here? Let's have a little look. See, it's so clean. Arch liners in, they're staying in because you want it to be nice. Yeah, there's a speed thing here for like the air induction to make the turbo go spoolie faster. You don't want that. You don't want that.
It's cold enough here. Not
It's cold, yeah, it's cold enough here not to need some forced induction, and I don't think it looks very good in the bumper either. As I said, when we picked this car up, it did actually have lips on it at some point. You can see the marks from when they've been on, but Josh, in his hastiness, wanted to get lips as quickly as he could, so he bought them while the car was coming to the UK. So we're going to grab this side. Oh, this is a nice piece, this, isn't it? Look at this. Quick trial fit. Obviously this isn't, you know, how it's going to sit or anything. It's going to need a little bit of trimming here and there, which is to be expected, but I think you get the sort of gist as to how this is going to look. Oh, it looks good, doesn't it? It's like a snowplow, mate. Snowplow deep. Once that's on, side skirts, rear lip. Oh dear. You get the idea there, you see that? That looks pimping. Look at this.
Oh, my brush is
Oh, you broke the brush straight away when I put the camera out. They're actually black inside instead of like a funny, horrible rustiness. To the point where you have to take these bits off. Are you going to keep these bits? I think you should keep these bits. Try and keep them. Because these, it's really nice to see like the auction stuff on like a Japanese car or any import car that comes through. I'm doing this one-handed, mate. Like, it'll be fine.
You can do it one-handed?
Yep.
With flex.
Okay. Right, we really need to stop saying that now.
Sorry.
You need to stop saying that. He started this. He's seen it on Instagram, thought you were cool, so he started saying it in videos. Oh, Kawasaki! Oh, amazing! We're gonna look on Google Maps and see how far away that actually is and how far this car has come. Can we drive there? Wow, that's how far away it is. That's insane. So the car's idling, as you can see. We learnt this from a guy at the port about these 1Js and stuff, about putting a penny in just so it can relearn the idle once it's hot enough. So we're going to take it out to temperature. I haven't actually taken this car up to temperature yet because you wanted to check for leaks, make sure I had oil in it, coolant, everything before you actually went through and did it properly. Yeah, like starting it up and making sure it's all happy, and obviously cleaning it before that meant that if there's any drips and stuff, we're going to find them straight away this time. There's nothing seeping out, nothing's... It is quiet, isn't it? Took the penny out and it is idling perfect. Yeah. It's been 10 minutes, something like that. Look at that. You wanted to release the coilovers a bit because obviously you don't know how long these have been sat on here. So as you can see, look at that. Freed up straight away there.
What about the exhaust? I think it's
the exhaust is incredibly low on this. Like, yeah, a new one needs to be in
Joe,
we need a new exhaust. Come on. Into the back of the car, as you can see, the exhaust is massive and quite low. So obviously, as a daily driver, don't really want to be ripping that off. Well, Josh doesn't. No one needs that, mate, do they?
No.
Don't need that. Don't need that. Also, we took the spoiler off. Now, I didn't show this on camera because I didn't know if it would actually come off or not, if I'm honest. It was an absolute nightmare. But it's left some 20-year-old sticky resin on the back of it. He wanted to despoiler it and get this sprayed and filled and that. So, something we'll fancy doing today, which is good. Look at all that dirty, dirty water. That is absolutely disgusting. As you can see, Josh is vaxing the car. You've actually done the passenger seat there as well, haven't you? Oh. So that's actually blue now. I mean, look at that. And then the contrast to that, which look, honestly, through this camera, looks brown. Nice. It's a blue interior. It's definitely, it's disgusting is what it is. And you can see someone's had their butt on here because it's still blue there. The highlight of the Chaser, let's get in there, is this feature. It's called the swing feature. You guys probably may not know about this, but the button here, just here, if it actually focuses, swings. Can you see that? It swings the air vents automatically to the driver and the passenger. That is so sick, and that's sick.
Very JDM.
Just get so JDM, over-engineering your vents.
Who needs that?
Who needs that? It's so sick though. So guys, we're going to end the video there. Thank you so much for watching. Josh,
We're going to do more.
it's been a good day. There is going to be a lot more content on this car. There's a lot more we need to do. Fog light and stuff for the MOT.
Yeah.
But at least it's very clean as well. Very clean. If you got to, and if you've got to this point in the video, I have to tell you about the new FYDapparel.com release. Oh, pluggy plug. We have a release right now, beanies and other various things. But thank you very much for watching, guys, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.